This is Brews and Bros. I'm the Bruiser.
I'm the Don Ernesto.
And this is episode number 31. We're going to have some red ales finally on this season.
Oh my God. Congratulations.
Yes. Yeah, we had to find some of those.
Yep.
We're going to talk old school wrestlers, WWF, WWE wrestlers.
We grew up in a great era. I can't
Fantastic.
wait. WWF,
Right.
fantastic. I can't wait to talk about that. Yep.
And I'll take a breath.
I'm glad we're going to talk about this first because you are fired up about this topic.
And it just built. Once I decided that, we're going to do this on notice today, I just kept on getting more and more fired up. So, I'm going to keep it together now because I'm excited to have these beers. But on Brews and Bros, we're going to try 3 beers like we always do.
For sure.
We're looking for that holy grail. We're looking for something that's flavorful, something that has some aroma. And Don, what's that third one that we're always looking for?
Is it crushable?
Is it crushable?
Yes.
Right? Now, we're doing reds today.
Yeah.
I will go on record, and I know I've gone on record before, last season when I said I'm often underwhelmed by reds.
Okay.
I wish there was a little bit more aroma. I wish there was a little bit more in terms of flavor, because the color, I know that these are going to pour in.
Sure.
They're going to look fantastic.
Well, I can say from reading the literature up there, hopefully you're pleasantly surprised because there's a lot packed into these 3. So I hope the flavor's there with what's written on the can, right?
And so we are sponsored by the Craft Brewery Tours and Fuel Custom Designs.
Yes.
Stay tuned for some more info on them. But I think we're ready.
Without further ado,
first on the docket.
Let's go.
Okay, we got the Irish Red Ale by Cold Break Brewing. It's a 5.2%. First time we're having Cold Break on the show.
Yeah,
right?
for sure. This is going to be exciting, and I think actually all 3 of them are going to be first timers.
We have newcomers debut for all 3.
So this is fantastic. I'm excited about that.
Which is great, but I don't want to wait any longer.
No.
Let's grab this thing. Let's take a look at it.
The can looks good.
Yeah, the can is awesome. It has the same feel as those counterpart cans.
Yeah, nice, almost like not as rough as a counterpart, but this still feels like nice, like a sand.
Yeah, feels good. It feels nice in your hand.
Right? Top of the morning to you. Irish Red Ale, 5.2%. There is a little bit of literature here. An easy drinking ale that is slightly sweet. The beer has notes of honey, toffee, and caramel. Was that Slante? Oh, yeah. Slante.
Yes.
Christina was telling me that.
That's a cheers.
Yes, and they said that in Nova Scotia.
They said it a lot?
They did.
All right.
Yeah, maybe Superfan Joe can shout us out. Do they say Slante?
You're probably saying it wrong, too.
I probably.
A few people on the internet, they'll sign off as that, too. But,
okay. Sweet.
I want to crack this open.
Let's go. Cold break. Yeah.
Let's do it.
It looks delicious.
All right. So, pour it. Ooh.
Okay.
See, this is, again, you're wowed. You have a wow factor every time you pour in a red ale like this. You really do. It's unmatched. I would even say that, and I'm a big fan of the color of a nice stout, a nice porter. But when you have a caramel color like this, look at it, Don. I'm looking at your glass. Look at that.
I know.
This is like
it's fantastic.
A picture right now.
So this is like the coffee and not the toffee notes are coming. The malt, the honey. I hope this is delicious for you and for myself.
Man, that looks too pretty.
Look at this.
Looks too pretty to drink.
Yep.
If I can say that.
Oh my God.
Okay, let's give this a whiff.
Yeah.
Okay. Subtle notes. Maybe a little honey.
Actually, that's what I was smelling is the honey.
That's the first thing I smelled.
Not so much toffee, but
but you know what? There's a little bit of that. Yeah, my nonna used to say the caramella. Right? I picture they're slightly warm.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit. They're squished, and I don't know. I had a little flashback.
I just got a nice whiff of the honey. That's the nice sweet. Yeah,
a little caramel.
That's good.
So that's got some maltiness to it. I'm
look at that color, though. Look at that redness and that light.
This might be, right now, top 5.
Wow.
Just the actual color.
I can see from here, that's a fantastic.
It's fantastic.
Last week with the Halloween episode with the oranges.
Oh, that's right.
This is fantastic.
That's right. Look at it. It's like blood.
Yeah, it is.
Blood red orange.
Cheers, bro.
Let's do this. Okay. All right. This is going to be one of those ones, Don, that's going to take a little bit of time to dissect, right?
Right. There's a lot going on there.
So, did anything jump out at you first? When it hit your lips?
Honey in the aroma first, and honey for myself hitting my lips. But then as it went down, I did see the notes of caramel for sure.
Yeah. There's a little bit of caramel, but not to be mistaken with something that's overly sweet.
Correct.
This is not like one of those double chocolate stouts, for example. Nothing like that at all.
No.
They're going for a little bit of flavor. I'm actually very happy with the way that they're blending this because this is drinkable. This is
absolutely. I feel it's nice and balanced right across the board. Yeah. It's not too heavy in one thing and not too heavy in it. It's really balanced right across. This is borderline crushable for me.
I think
know
so
it's
too.
Drinkable, but crushable.
I'm going to take another swig right now.
Yeah.
It's funny because I don't know if it's just my mind playing tricks on me, but I don't know if I'm the only person. I'm going to assume you do this too.
What's up?
Because I know my sister, I know for sure she does this. When you're feeling a little sick, maybe a sore throat,
yeah,
you get a little spoon of honey.
I do it.
Right?
Yeah, we do it.
And you're when you do that, it's like your mouth is a little bit puckers, so it's a little stuck. Right?
Yeah.
I got that a little bit with this. It's kind of strange. So,
cool. Yeah,
probably all in my head.
Yeah,
it's playing tricks on me. But
just like the honey, it does coat the back of your throat. This one here, I can feel that a little bit.
Right?
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like that feel in my throat. I'm like, if I had a little bit of a sore throat, right? Maybe you got to go grab one of these. So again, this is the Irish Red Ale by Cold Break Brewing.
Great job. I mean, the aroma's there, the taste is there. I mean, this is crushable, bro. I mean, does it fit the Holy Grail for you?
It's pretty close here. I have to say this is pretty close, and yeah, I like it.
Wow,
I like it.
Fantastic job.
I do like it. There was something else that was coming out where I just want to, again, I want to try to explain it in a way that people understand. So
yeah,
we're saying honey, we're saying caramel, but it's not sweet.
No, correct.
Right? It's very subtle. So this is that Irish ale. It's Irish Red Ale. Yeah.
And they explained it like that, right? Slightly sweet. So you're not getting overpowering of it. I think, like I mentioned, I mean, it's well balanced.
They described it perfectly. Yeah, right?
And it's well balanced right through. You get that taste of honey. You get that slight, caramel toffee.
So on the scale of like the Uncle John who only likes Coors Light versus the hopheads.
Yes.
Right? Obviously Red Ale, they're not hoppy whatsoever. Or most of them are not hoppy. This is not hoppy. But it's not overly sweet. However, I'm just trying to think if Uncle John would drink this. Is it a little bit too much against the green form? It's not sweet. There's more flavor than a regular ale. It's definitely not a lager. This would not remind you of a lager whatsoever.
For sure.
But
I think you would have a tough time with someone who is.
That's what I'm getting to.
He's predominantly Coors Light. I think he would have well, maybe he wouldn't. I don't know. It's not that there's a lot going on here, but I think for someone who's just drinking that beer, for sure.
Give it to someone who has an open mind.
Yeah.
And describe it that way, right? It's gonna have a little bit of flavor, right?
I agree.
That's exactly what they're going for. So
great job. I'm gonna take one more sip here.
Okay, me too. All right, let's rank this thing.
Wow.
Let's rank this thing.
This might be dangerous if all three of these are like this.
I love it. Oh, look, I forgot to erase from last time. Woo. First time that's happened. Okay, no dead air. Gotta keep talking.
Okay, I'm really trying to think what I'm
right now.
I didn't erase anything because there was nothing on here.
Okay.
Are you ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
Okay, let's go.
All right. So I've got mine locked in.
Mine too.
Don Ernesto has his locked in.
Absolutely.
This is the Irish Red Ale
from Cold Break.
Cold Break Brewing.
Yep.
Okay, here we go. On
ready?
2, 1. All right. 8.1 from the Don Ernesto. 7.8 from the Bruiser.
All right.
Great start right off the bat.
Yep. Fantastic job. I really enjoyed this one.
We might be in for a good night if this is what they're going to wind up with.
If 1, 2, 3 or
I hope so. I hope so.
This is great.
Okay, Don. When we come back,
take a breath.
Taking a breath. Going on lunch. Like everybody, the world is going on notice because these things are being made by everybody. Everybody wears them. Everybody has them. So this is probably the most far-reaching You're on Notice to date.
And I never really thought about it until you mentioned it when you text messaged me today and changed our little game plan, which is fine.
Find out.
But I've never really thought about it. Yeah, find out
when we come back.
Yes, sir.
We're back. This is Brews and Bros, and we are sponsored by the Niagara Craft Brewery Tours. We got a promo code for you.
Yes, folks. Visit their website and pop in promo code Brews and Bros, BREWSNBROS, and get 20% off a craft brewery tour.
We got a little apology from the Don.
I already forgot how to say it, but I think I said it wrong for sure.
Slancha.
Slancha. Or Slancha. Slancha, yeah. I said Slante.
Yeah.
So I'm not Irish. I'm sorry. No. I apologize to all the Irish folks out there. But Alexa told me it's Slancha. So
Slancha.
She has to be right.
She's right. Okay, big breath.
Ooh. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Bust it.
The unnoticed, I'm going to just tell you what it is because it's the same kind of mold as the toilet. But it's socks, I know. And it's like, well, come on, guys. You're doing socks. But just listen up, okay? So I bought a pair of socks. I literally bought a pack yesterday.
Yep.
So I went to put them on today.
Yeah.
So first of all, where do you get off when I'm looking at the size chart? On this package, it said size 6 to 12.
Okay. That's a big range.
Right?
Yeah.
So like right off the bat, I'm like, if I had a size 6 shoe and a size 12 shoe beside each other.
Yeah, there's a big difference.
Massive difference.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
And I'm about a size 9.5, 10. Okay. I put them on and they're tight.
Okay.
Right? Like, so I'm like, if
they should fit you based on that chart, right?
If you're size 6, you're swimming them in them. But there's no way that if you're a size 12, you would have been able to fit into these socks. So first of all, back off with your stupid size chart because 6 to 12 is too big of a range. Yeah. Right? It just doesn't make sense. You're trying to reach too wide of an audience. Yep. Right? Your sock sucks because of it. Okay. And
I don't really even go by that. I didn't really.
Well, I take a look. Yeah. Right. Sometimes maybe there's medium, large, but this one is
for sure.
It's at 6 to 12, and I'm like, wow. Okay. I'm 10, so I guess I'm good. But I wasn't. But here's really why they're going unnoticed. Okay. It's the packaging.
Okay.
Holy cow, it is the worst packaging of any product in the history of the world. Okay?
It's funny you say that because it's not really packaged like a lot, right?
Okay, so here's the thing.
They have those hanger thingies?
Yes, so here's the thing. Yeah, sometimes they'll have that little plastic.
Yeah.
I'm not even worried
okay, you're not worried about that.
So let's go with, you'll either have that sleeve that's cardboard, or you'll have
that tape.
The tape. Yeah, the sticky sticker tapey thing.
Yeah.
Then they proceed to put that plastic shooting thread thing, bam, right, bam. It's like they must have a gun, right? All right. So you got like 16 of these plastic little thingies now in there, and I don't know the technique. Okay, Don, I've tried everything there is to get these things off, and I don't know how to do it. All right, I tried sometimes to snip off the end.
I snip. So what I'll do is I'll open up the pair. I'll open them up and I'll snip each individual one.
All right.
However, doing that, there's always one or two that kind of just
fall out into the sock,
and they stay around. Yeah.
And then you don't know sometimes.
Yes.
You go to put them on. You're walking around, and why is my foot being poked by some plastic thing?
It's true.
I didn't know.
It's so true.
And then if you put on a dress shoe, you have to undo the laces.
Like who's making these things? Are these people that don't wear socks?
That's what
these
I'm
are people
saying.
that don't wear socks.
That's what I'm saying, right? So I went to the middle technique, right? Sometimes I went to the end technique, but you know what? Sometimes you can't find the end.
It's true.
It's like in there.
I agree.
Okay. So I have a couple of conspiracy theories about this. Okay. Honestly, I have a couple of conspiracy theories. Shoot. So here we go. First of all, we're talking to my buddy Brady. I told him I was going to shout him out today. So my buddy Brady, I told him about this. Why do they have to jam 16 of these little plastic threads through these? He's like, I know. It's not like there can't be sock theft that's going on. It can't be to deter theft, right? You can't buy a package of 5. You bring it home and there's only, oh man, this is only a package of 4 again. Somebody stole.
And it's really going to someone's going to steal one.
But that's what I'm saying. So it's not that.
Yeah.
Here's my conspiracy.
Okay, this is intriguing.
All right, so sock makers, I'm on to you. Because
call them out.
Not more than once. Okay, so I'm doing the technique like the Don said. I'm using my technique. Okay. But then you get to a point sometimes where it's actually in the threads of the sock.
And it gets stuck. Okay. And you're trying, and you rip the sock. Yeah.
Thank you.
You rip the sock. Yes, I've done that many times too.
So guess what?
You put one thread, then there's a hole.
Guess what? I haven't even put on this sock, and this is why you're on notice. You haven't even put on this sock, and there's a hole in my sock now because of those things.
Oh, and when you wash it, it's probably just going to tear even more.
Even more.
And
the littlest of a hole, that's all it takes. Socks are on notice. There's no reason why you should have these things in them. Get your sticker, wrap it around, and you're good.
A couple times.
I don't need anything else. Nobody's stealing these socks. I don't need any. Well, God forbid you're in a hurry in the morning. I got to get out my tiny little. I have these little scissors, right? I maybe use them for my nose hairs. I don't know what they're for, right? And I'm just saying, here's one here.
God.
Oh, there's another one.
You're too tedious. You're too tedious like that.
No, so you're on notice. This is maybe the most fire. I'm surprised I didn't swear because
this is the most excited you've been. The toilet seat was even. The socks are off the map.
Socks.
The socks are making you go nuts.
I'm not even saying that you're on notice. Fix it.
Fix. the socks manufacturers. Fix this
it
for my bruiser.
We're on
brother.
to you. I'm gonna
Come on.
You know what? I'm gonna bring it up every episode until they fix it.
I mean, start tagging socks.
That's
people.
it. It's
Anybody who produces socks, tag them. That's it. Done.
You're on notice because this is stupid. You don't need to do it.
And
end of rant.
Next.
End of rant. Next on the docket. Best name around.
I love it.
Right? What we got? Hobgoblin?
Hobgoblin.
All right, we got the Hobgoblin. Ruby beer by Wychwood Brewery. It's a 4.5%. Again, this is a debut by
premiere on our episode. Yes, that's great.
I've had a couple of the other Hobgoblin beers. It's been a while.
Yeah.
But it's very distinct.
For sure.
That the Goblin guy.
Right?
Right. So if you're looking at this, we got that Goblin.
Wychwood Brewery, yes.
Wychwood. They had some awesome literature on that too, right, Don?
Yeah, they had a bit of it in here.
Yeah, what were they saying?
Where is it here? Oh, distinct ruby beers, sweet caramel and fruity aromas tease the taste buds. Expect a delicious full-bodied toffee flavor and a fruity finish of figs, raisins, and dates.
That's the part.
Drink legendary.
You love figs.
Well,
you love raisins. You love dates.
I like all that stuff.
You would grow them everywhere.
If I could, I wish I had an orchard back.
Yes, I know you would.
Yeah. If this is all in this can, this is going to blow me away.
Right? I'm excited for it.
I'm excited for this too, yeah.
It's funny they got a sticker there. You're just talking about stickers on the socks.
For sure.
They put a sticker on there. Legal drinking age in Ontario, 19 plus.
For sure.
Just in case.
Just in case.
I don't know. I've never seen a sticker. We've done this.
I mean, it's funny. Actually, Wychwood, it's .co.uk. This is a UK beer. Is this a UK beer?
Well,
I think it is.
Okay.
I'm trying to read to see where it was.
So maybe that's why they had to put a sticker on there.
It is. Because, Oxfordshire.
In the
in the UK.
Drinking age in the UK?
I have no idea.
Did they go to the pub at like 8 years old?
Maybe. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, this is from Carlsberg Brewery.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, we got lots going on here.
We got lots going on. This is interesting.
Okay. So let's do this Ruby. I had Hobgoblin.
Rubes. Oh, I can't open it.
Ruby Red? What do you think?
Ruby. This better be Ruby Red.
I knew that this was going to happen. It's not a frosted.
You talk too much. You know when the grass is not frosted that you talked a little bit too much.
I knew that was going to happen, but I had to get it off my chest, Don, because,
Okay, a little bit lighter than the last one.
Is it lighter?
I think so. Not as red.
Well...
Looks more like a toffee mix there for me.
I wouldn't say it's really lighter.
Well, no, I mean that...
The color itself is...
okay, sorry, my mistake.
Right?
It's dark.
But it's not as
almost like that's more like a blood.
Yes.
A blood color.
Yeah, like a stale blood.
I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, stale blood.
Like a stale blood.
It's coagulated or something.
I can't see that. I like the finger test there, Don. I can't see my fingers on that side. All right. The nice cloud. Not cloud.
And this to me, Brew, I don't know. It seems like a little bit of a taller beer. If you match it up to here. So it's got a little bit of height on it. But is it deceiving? We didn't check out. It might deceiving,
the mils on.
Well, 500 mils. And 473.
Oh,
so
got
a little bit more in there. Okay. This is interesting. This is great.
The Brits want a little more beer with cans, right? Yeah. So let's smell this thing. Oh, fig.
What? No.
Yes.
Hang on.
Go. I don't know. That's the first thing that hit my nose.
Okay.
A little slight whiff of fig. A little slight.
I'm feeling a little bit.
Whiff of the caramel.
I got a little bit more of a grapey, like a raisin type.
Okay. Oh, maybe. Date? Getting into dates?
Dates are sweet.
Yeah.
That might be in a taste. Okay. Very sweet.
Let's say this. So you're getting a little bit of the fruitiness in there, but not to be mistaken for that, the juicy, like a juicy IPA.
Correct.
It's not that, right? So possibly a date, possibly a raisin. I'm not getting anything of... maybe a little maltiness.
Yeah, the color on the head too is still caramel type of toffee, but not as dark. Okay. But it's there. It's visible.
It's there too. All right. Let's.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to smell. I hope that fig is in there.
Ready to drink this one?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's drink.
Cheers, bro.
Cheers. Okay. Wow. Okay. Lots.
Okay.
Lots going on. This is, again, going to be one of those beers that with one sip, you're going to taste something. Another sip, you're going to taste something. When it was going into my mouth, I had a nice maltiness, possibly a little bit of caramel, And then it finished off with something. Did you get that?
For me, it's huge on dates.
Dates.
I feel the dates right across.
Yeah.
And as I was smacking my lips when I finished, I just felt it coming out more and more and more.
Are you a date fan?
I like dates.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you like dates. So you gotta like
I'm
dates.
good. Yeah.
Right?
Well, yeah. If you, it's the after bite, right?
It's the first beer
for sure.
We can say.
Yeah.
We've had on the podcast that tastes like dates.
For sure. This is for me. That's what's That's what's coming out for me.
I'm gonna go for another.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So this is the Hobgoblin Ruby beer by Wychwood, and there's that.
It's such a distinctive taste, eh? Like to coin your point the last time, like I don't think Uncle John, someone who's doing that, would ever
he can't touch this.
He can't touch this, right?
You can't touch this one because you're getting that distinct.
There's a lot going on here. There's a lot going on.
Those dried fruits.
Sure,
right?
raisins, figs,
dates. Dates. You know that's the taste. That's the coating of your mouth. There's a little bit of that afterbite.
Yep.
Again, not that it's unpleasant.
No,
that's what it is.
This would probably be something that is. I would eat this for dinner. Drink this for dinner, like with a burger or a steak. I would. Yeah. That's the kind of flavors I'm going for.
Yeah, because it would match the flavors of the food that
I think so too. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go for another switch.
Sure.
Yeah.
Or even like an antipasto with cheeses and like olives.
Oh, you know what?
Complementing that
to match the saltiness.
Some cured meats.
Yeah.
Yes.
Match the saltiness.
Yeah, because
I like that.
I think that's along the lines of this how that beer would pair beautiful with. Absolutely. The flavors are great.
Ready to write this thing up?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the Hobgoblin Ruby Red.
Yeah. Out of the UK. Did you know that when you got it, or?
No.
When you tried it?
No. I didn't.
Okay.
Okay.
That's great to know.
My score locked in.
I got it locked in too.
Yep. All right. This is for the Hobgoblin, the Ruby beer.
Let's go.
On 3, 2, 1. 7.8, 7.4.
Okay.
So the Donner Nestle 7.8, 7.4 for me, the Bruiser. That's some good beers so far.
For sure. I told you, 1, 2, 3. These can be back to back.
Yeah. That's the way we like it, right? It makes for a good show.
Yep.
And
after your rant, I think that was good to finish it off with this, right?
I had to go. You knew I had to do it this way. So when we come back, we're gonna bring it back to a little nostalgia.
Old school.
A topic that Don and I have been looking forward to for a little while. Right?
Absolutely, yeah. We've been talking about it all season. I think even in the first season too. We're finally going to premiere it.
So find out what we're talking about when we come back.
Yes, sir.
We're back.
Yes, sir.
This is Brews and Bros, and we are sponsored by Fuel Digital Designs. They did a splash wall back here, but it's perfect because our next thing we're going to talk about, old school WWF, WWE wrestlers.
So many to think about.
Fuel Digital Designs has a bunch of old school wrestlers. Pop on Etsy, check it out.
Yeah,
they're incredible. They're amazing.
He does amazing work. Yeah, check him out, guys. Give him some support for sure.
But the reason why I wanted to talk about this, I gave Don a recommendation.
Yeah,
he doesn't take my recommendations, very often. I don't know.
What?
I told him to go watch the show, The League.
Oh, The League.
Right? And of course, he doesn't go watch it.
No.
But anyways. The reason why I wanted to bring up the talking point of WWF wrestlers was because there's this guy in the league called, his real name is John Lajoie, or LaJoy. We're Canadian, so we pronounce it the French way. But,
sure.
Lajoie.
Lajoie.
He does a lot of parodies, he does a lot of music. But the one, he has this old school, it's so nostalgic.
Yeah.
You saw it today, right?
Yeah, you shared it with me and I watched it and I'm like, it just blew me away, man. It was fantastic.
It was all about when Hulk Hogan body slams Andre the Giant.
Yes.
So please go. And actually, you don't have to go. I'm gonna. Hopefully, it's playing right now while we're talking.
Yeah.
Because they use the wrestling figures with the old wrestling ring.
No, but the crowd in the background with the lights. He's got all the old wrestlers in the background. No, it was fantastic.
Did you have wrestlers like that? By the way?
I did. I had the ring and everything.
Right? So
I had the larger ones, the bigger ones. He had his are the small action figures.
But the production value in this video was awesome. Like
off the charts.
Like because there's they're only one pose. these wrestlers.
Like,
Like,
you
they're
don't
not
see
movable.
no hands, no nothing.
Right?
Like,
But
it's
the way
just...
he did it, like the Hulk, where, you know,
Yeah,
at
and
one
when
point,
he
he's on the
slammed-
ground, and then he has to, you know, he does his thing, and then he goes and slams.
Even
right?
the leg drop when he came through the leg drop. Yeah.
Everything is you know, it brings back good, warm feelings.
Oh, my
warm
God.
feelings. Saturday night main event.
Oh.
All right. You don't miss it.
No, man.
Right?
Man, I
Yes.
got in trouble for calling the hotlines. Do you ever remember the 1-800?
Oh, you would call the hotlines.
Yes, and the wrestlers would come on, and you would have to you would listen to them talk, and my parents would get the phone bills,
Yes.
and just all these charges.
I love it.
Yes, all these charges, and they're like, "What are you?" I used to get in shit all the time.
That's the thing, right? Where it's
I just loved it though.
there's no streaming, right? You don't stream stuff. So if we wanted to watch
That's another
Saturday
topic, man.
main event, was it midnight?
I think it was 11 o'clock. Yeah.
Okay, but you know,
I used to stay up
when
and
you're
watch it for sure.
Sure, same with me too. But you know, but when you're young, you almost had to, you know, make sure your parents let you stay up that late, right?
Yeah.
It's like, you know, I can't.
I don't remember
Hogan's gonna be, you know, Andre. It's like you can't miss this thing, right?
Yeah, I don't ever remember being a battle with my parents.
Okay.
No one ever really said you got to go to bed. I guess.
Me too.
I mean, when I started watching that, we were a little bit older, and they're doing their own thing, right? But Saturday Night Main Event was a staple for me for sure.
So we know we have the heavy hitters, obviously, you know, the iconic ones. So you have Hulk Hogan, for example. And, you know, so my question to the Don, and you know, the question that we wanted to throw out there was, who's your favorite WWF? I'm calling it WWF. Is it okay?
Yeah,
because when we grew up, it's WWF,
it's WWF,
and I know that the World Wildlife Foundation they won the court case. and, you know, they got the rights to the name. Okay, WWF, I get it, but I'm calling it WWF. Right? Yeah, because that's what it was.
I already know my all-time favorite.
What do you got?
Excellence of Execution.
Oh,
Bret Hart.
Okay.
He is my all-time favorite.
All right.
I love him. I follow him everywhere.
Oh, I was a huge fan.
Huge fan. Even when he was with the Hart Foundation, tag team.
Yes.
Then he did his solo thing. I loved all those guys, even Owen Hart and the British Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Those were the days, man.
Yes. Yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, so for me,
and
I just you had your smoothness when it came to, like, you know, Mr. Perfect.
Oh,
and, you know,
he was amazing too.
Yeah, so Jake the Snake Roberts, you know, we had that, you know, Roddy Piper's a
you know, he was.
I was debating actually between Roddy Piper and
I loved Piper's show when he had the other wrestlers on. He would just beat the shit out of them after.
But the charisma.
Yeah.
You seen that one movie? I can't remember what the name of the movie is. He goes, you know, I came to kick some ass, and so chew some cum and kick some ass. Or I might have reversed that.
Yeah.
And I'm fresh out of gum or whatever. But for me, it was probably the biggest maniac. You knew he was roided up. The way that he ran into the ring, and you know, you just he's got better. The Warrior. Right? The Warrior's entrance, you know, I was afraid, and I'm just watching on TV.
Yeah,
I'm like, are you really going to try to fight this guy right now?
So I follow a lot of the nostalgic stuff on Instagram, and they'll have WWF like the old school stuff. And when he used to come on and just, and he was just like pumped up on. He's juiced up on Roy, and you had to play the part.
For sure, he was. But he just and he was ripped.
Yeah,
like, I know that the Hulkster used to
those bands around his arms. His biceps would just pop out.
You know, the Hulkster always used to, you know, his pythons. But you know,
what was their tag team called when they were together? They were together. I forgot when they tagged up. I can't remember.
Yeah, some of my buddies are gonna get, you know, rip into me for.
I know. I can't remember because I saw it the last time, and I can't remember. But those are the good old days.
Yeah. So we wanted to talk about it because we know you know
there's so many, but even
people out there love the old school WWF. But,
for sure, man. Absolutely.
Another old school. This is a brewery that's been around for a while, but it's the first time that we're having it on the podcast.
Yeah, first time I'm tasting these guys too, so this is going to be great.
So the Red Ale by Bobcaygeon Brewing Company. It's a 5.0. We were sitting.
I was singing, it was in Bobcaygeon where I saw the constellation. Yeah, I saw a great band in Fort Erie. I went with a couple buddies from work, a tribute band.
Okay,
they're actually from the States.
The Sure. Is it?
It's I can't remember their name. But they did all hips, and these guys were phenomenal. What a party! It was at the Fort Erie racetrack.
Oh, okay, awesome.
Brew jammed.
Perfect.
Like a lot of people, and these guys are known for doing it. They're from the States. Awesome. They're from Buffalo, I think.
Okay, that's awesome.
They put on a great show. So kudos to it. Reminds me of Gord Downey and the
for sure.
Bobcaygeon.
I was reaching for it. I'm like, Don, I gotta grab for this now because, like, you know. I want to, there's some literature on that one too. And I think were they saying something similar to the other two beers on this one?
No, this is not the one.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, sorry. It's small. Malty caramel balance.
So, just
plain and simple.
Sometimes we get called out.
My apologies, yeah. Red ale, malty caramel balance. That's it.
Sometimes we get called out for not grouping the beers properly. But all three of these beers are reds.
Well,
all three of these beers have caramel in it. And
Superfan Joe, I know there's an Irish ale in here, but the flavors fit together.
Okay, it fits. I do. Let's crack this bad boy.
All right. Oh, still a little bit of frostation on here. Which is good.
I wasn't ranting as much as the socks. Just wanted to talk.
Well, we talked about something that we like and love, so.
Okay,
it's looking good too, Brew. Looking good. Nice multi colors.
That's what I mean. The color I love when I pour in a red.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I you know what? I was just thinking that too. I love the way it comes out. Yeah. It's so nice. The head is nice and frothy. I was going to say thick. Caramel. Look at that color.
Yeah, this color is fantastic. This is a copper color.
Yes.
Seeing that copper?
But still that reddish copper color in there. I don't know if anybody can see that, but if you drink this beer, hold it up to the light so you can really get a good glimpse of this color.
A little more carbonation to this one than the other ones.
Nice and fluffy head here. Not so much. I'm not noticing a lot of caramelization in here. Do you notice the color on the head?
Not so much. Actually, a little bit less than the other two, but I'm going to give this a whiff.
Go ahead.
Okay. Oh, okay. Again, there's a little subtlety to it. I need the Don, the expert, with the sniffing here, because caramel I think came out a little bit slightly.
It's very slight, very slight.
Would be probably the most underwhelming of the three.
Yeah,
but that's the other two had a pretty good.
There's something there. It wants to come out, but I can't really pinpoint.
But it's still a pleasant one. It's not stale.
For sure.
There's nothing stale about it. It's not a standard ale. This is a red ale. There is a touch, but you really got to stick your nose in there to get those caramel
for sure.
With this one, ready to
cheers.
I got some feedback. Hopefully, we're not picking that up on the video. But let's try this one out. Okay. Wow. Lots going on.
Okay.
Lots going on with this one.
Woo. What are you tasting there? That's a little bit different.
There's a POW, right?
Yeah.
There's a POW, and I'm just trying. We're going to have to sip this one a couple of times because
for sure.
I can't identify right off the bat what's jumping out. But it's the most POW factor of the three that we've had so far. This is definitely not one of those smooth, easygoing type of red ales.
This has got a kick, and you're gonna feel it for sure.
Yeah. I'm gonna go for another swig. Let's see if we can try to identify a little bit of what's happening. Because there's a little bit of, and I hate using the word, but I'm trying to explain it in a way that our audience is going to understand.
Brew, I'm kind of getting off that second one. I'm getting a lot more maltiness off.
Malty.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I think it is.
It's a maltiness. I'm going to pucker my lips a little bit. Like there's a little sourness to it. In a sense. Not a sour beer.
Yeah.
Or a goes per se.
I'm not getting that. I'm not getting that caramel.
A bitter.
Yeah.
A little bit bitter, and I hate using the bitter word, but it's not that caramel sweetness of, especially the first one from Cold Break that we had.
For sure. I agree with you on that. That bitterness, that's a great way to put it. The bitterness in the back, it's lingering there.
Yes, that's what's coating my mouth right now.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
I'm going to go with another swig here.
Yeah.
And so this again is the Red Ale by Bobcaygeon Brewing, and they're just calling it a Red Ale, right? So it's a Red Ale. They said there's some caramel, but this is a little bit more of that kind of stale.
I'm getting that malty bitter notes for sure.
A little bit of the bitter notes. It's coating my mouth. There's going to be an afterbite with this one.
Yeah.
Okay. This is not an Uncle John beer.
No.
All right. This is a beer that has. I would put it in the category of an acquired taste.
I would agree with you on that for sure, 100%. Like it's coating. It still continues to coat in the back of the throat there. Yeah, the multi flavors for me are really prevalent there. And
I'm just trying to think, if we're pairing this with food, I'm a little worried that it would almost overpower any food that we're eating.
I think you need something salty.
Yes,
Yeah,
it would
maybe,
have to be
maybe a pizza with a different cheese.
Yes,
If you had to eat a pizza, or I think something salty needs to.
You'd have to match flavor with flavor, kind of thing, right? Like because this is coating your mouth, so
you don't
maybe
want
spicy too.
Sure, with something with a little heat.
Spicy, that might work well with this kind of a beer.
I think this would be okay with a pasta dish if you're eating pasta, but like I said, you put a little bit of pepperoncino in there, something that's hot that gives you a little sack. Right,
actually,
right
I think
there.
that's the perfect pairing for them. Bobcaygeon, a little bit of pasta. I made a nice pesto pasta this today for dinner.
And if anybody needs a secret on how to cook pasta,
are you going to tell them, or you're
I'm going to tell them.
You're going to tell them. I thought you were going to do a demonstration.
Okay, maybe I should cook. Okay, I'll cook.
Yeah, I think you should give away your tips and techniques.
Pesto pasta,
but it was dynamite, right?
It was dynamite. Yeah, I love it. And there's only one secret thing that I don't know if a lot of people make the mistake of not doing it, but okay, maybe in a future episode I can review.
Yeah, I think we had.
Yeah,
we haven't done experiments in a while, or cooking demonstration.
No, we should.
Actually, we haven't done any cooking demonstrations.
No, I mean we have to introduce the family to poolside pies.
We'll do. All right, I think I'm ready to write.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, so this is the Red Ale by Bobcaygeon Brewing. It's a 5.0.
And we're ready to go.
We are
we're ready to go.
Rhyming.
Go on an adventure.
All right, here we go on 3, 2, and 1. 7.7 from Don Ernesto. 7.1 for me, the Bruiser. A little bit of a range.
Okay, wow.
The beers.
Okay.
But, what
are you going to say? All three of them were great.
No, you know what? I'm happy that we did the Reds. Because,
for sure.
We didn't do Red. We didn't feel... It didn't sit well with us that we weren't going to do some Reds over the season. So this is,
seeing as Valentine's is so far away, because that's when we typically would do a Reds, right?
Yes, that's a locked-in episode for that.
You're right, though. This is. I'm happy. It was a good addition to the season. I think it's great. All three were very different.
Yeah,
they're all good. I like them all. They all have different tastes.
All right. Guess when we come back,
closing arguments. Yes, sir.
Okay, Don, I think I've calmed down. We did our socks on notice, and then we talked about the old school nostalgia.
Bring back the
WWF.
For sure, but I did want to bring up one last thing with
the beer.
Yeah. Especially with the Bobcaygeon one, because we found some of those bitter notes.
Yeah.
If you're someone that likes bitter, which I do, when I'm talking bitters, I'm talking like some drinks you would have before a meal, say like Campari, or someone that you would have after like an Averna or something if you're at an event and you're trying to like digest. Those notes are in here. It's prevalent, and I enjoy bitters. So if you like something that's bitter, that beer is gonna do it for you.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
The Don, I've always known you to like that kind of style of a drink.
We drink a lot of Campari. We drink it with sodas, but it's something that I can drink by itself as well with a squirt of lemon, and I'm good.
And you're good. Yeah.
If you like those notes of bitterness, that beer is great.
One will be that beer for you.
For sure.
That Bobcaygeon.
But all three were good.
So this is Brews and Bros, beer sponsored by Fuel Digital Designs and Niagara Craft.
Yes.
Got that promo code?
For sure. Brews and Bros, BREWSNBROS. Pop that in, 20% off any tour for their craft brewery tours.
This is our second last episode, Don.
I can't believe it already. Season 2 coming to an end.
Season 2. So just like last season, if you were listening, we are going to have our look back episode. On the look back episode, we're going to pick the 3, in our opinion, what were the 3 top beers of the season. So you're going to have to stay tuned to see what cracks our top 3.
Yeah. And crown a champion for season 2.
Yeah, we're going to retry them, re-rank them, and see what's going to get our gold, silver, and bronze.
I always look forward to that.
Yeah, it's
bittersweet because it's coming to an end.
Yeah.
But we're going to have a quick transition, too. We got some work to do in the off-season.
Then they're going to see us again at Christmas.
That's right.
We're going to drop our Season 3 Christmas morning.
Man, that's going to come quick.
It's going to come very quick.
The weather's changing. Yeah. Actually, the last few days have been really, really nice, but we're going to get into that cold stuff, and I hate it.
It's unfortunately is around the corner.
Yes.
For sure.
But at least we still drink beers on Friday nights.
That's it. I'm happy we did the Reds. I'm happy we fit it in.
I'm happy.
Our second last episode of BNB. But come on, guys, follow us everywhere, right? Interact with us. We want to know who are your favorite wrestlers of all times.
Absolutely.
Of all time. And I can't be the only one about the socks, guys. I can't.
Are you annoyed as much as the Bruiser that the socks debacle is unbelievable right now?
There's just no need. It has to stop immediately. And it'll probably save them millions of dollars.
For sure.
It's plastic, right?
And who's doing that? Is it a machine? It's
I don't know.
A machine that's
No, you're not. Who makes the little plastic threading?
It's a machine. It's a machine for sure. It's probably a gun that just pokes it through.
I'm going to put them on notice.
Okay.
I'm going to put them on a business. People that make those plastic
We should research this and see
who invented it, what's going on.
How are socks
packaged? Any of my products, to have those anymore.
Yeah, I agree with you.
They're useless.
You know how many times I've put them on and they've been just floating in my sock at the bottom and it's jabbing my toe?
Useless.
I don't need it.
Right.
Anyways.
We don't need it.
Yeah.
I guess that's all for this episode, though, Don?
For sure.
I had fun.
This was fun, yeah.
All right, I guess it's time to sign off?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's do this. 2 brothers.
3 beers. We're out.